Alright guys, I was asked to do a video on what it's like being disabled and dating. I can only speak on my behalf, so this first part is going to be just me speaking on my behalf, and then the second part I got a couple of questions. I'm going to answer those. So if you see me looking over and up, that's why, so I can read these questions for you guys and answer the questions that I got. One thing people, I guess they don't know about me is I'm not paralyzed. I have full feeling of everything from my head to my toes. And I think, I'm not sure, I guess it's just society maybe, and just not knowing. People assume that I'm paralyzed. I'm not. That's one thing I was very blessed with, not being paralyzed. I can do a lot on my own, but I still need help every now and then. But I can do a lot. I'm not completely dependent on people. But anyway, and also I'm gonna add to this too, being trans, disabled, and dating. That's a whole nother ball game too. But anyway, I've dated since I was in my teens, and it's not easy, and I say it's not easy because it's still not. And I know, it's not easy for anybody, but it's different for me. It's different for me, I think, because people are scared of the unknown. They don't know, regardless of when they ask questions to get to know me, they're still scared of what they're getting into when dating me, which is completely understandable. I would feel the same way too, because something new, that's with anything, disabled or not, something new is scary, especially, and even if you have dated somebody that's in a wheelchair before, or paralyzed, or any kind of disability, it's still scary because everyone is different. Everyone has their, what they can do, what they can't do, and their limits. Like I said, I've dated, since I was a teenager. It definitely was never a walk in the park. Literally, no pun intended there, but it was definitely not easy. Not for me, not for the individuals I dated. It was hard, because if they took care of me, they had to help me do the majority of what I needed to get done, from, getting in and out of bed to getting me something to eat, to if we had to go somewhere, to make sure that, I got in and out of the car, things like that. Things that, people that can walk, they take for granted. Someone has to do that for me all the time. I haven't dated in a really long time. Actually, I just kind of been focused on myself and my transition, but now that I'm back in the dating scene, it's definitely going to be a road, but it's a road that I'm ready to go on. And being disabled and trans is not easy. And trying to date and find someone who will be okay with dating someone who's disabled and trans, it's not easy. And what people fail to realize is some of the disabled people I've seen and read stories and, heard just speaking to their partners in public, they're not nice to them. Just treating them any kind of way, yelling and screaming at them, demanding that they do this, demanding that they do that. You can't do that. You can't let your disability make you angry. Yes, I've gotten fed up with past partners before, but it was just typical relationship stuff. I wasn't taking the fact that I have CP, which is nothing that I can change, out on them. They could easily get up and walk out and leave you for treating them any kind of way. But they have enough respect for you to stick with you and be with you through everything that you go through. It's not easy for them, and that's what people fail to realize. They don't have to be around. Like I said, they could leave. It's not only hard on the person who has a disability, but their partner. And people are like, well, how can you speak on another person's behalf on how they feel? Because I've seen it. I know. I've dealt with good and bad. And it's hard on me as an individual. because I can only imagine what they're going through, and they're not telling me how they actually really feel between, them living their life, coming home to me to help take care of me, and doing what they have to do to make sure everything is, like we want it, because I can only do certain things. And it's not only just, doing things physically. It takes a toll on a person, mentally and emotionally. You have to be a strong-willed person to be with someone who has a disability. Because if you're not, or you have any doubts whatsoever, it's not gonna work. It's just not. No matter how bad you want it to. Like I said, I've dealt with both sides, both good and bad. And being physically disabled and transitioning and dating. Whoa. That's a lot. That's a lot to take in. It hasn't been easy. Like I said, I kind of took a break, But now that I'm back in the dating scene, it's been rewarding, because I'm finally able to be happy with myself, and be myself. Would I change the fact that I have a disability? Heck no. Because it's who I am, and I wouldn't have met the people that I know if it wasn't for me being the person that I am. Physically transitioning and dating, that's really hard. Especially if, like me, I haven't had any surgeries yet. That's in the future. It's hard. Oh, well, I have a disability. Oh, okay, well, that's fine. I'm okay with that. Oh, well, I'm trans. Oh, some people would pump the brakes real quick. Because both of those are scary. They're thinking of everything is going through their head. They don't know how to feel. They don't know. It's a scary thing. From helping me physically to, having to lift me up when I'm having a bad day or I'm feeling bad about myself, about my body. That's tough. Definitely really tough. So you have to be strong-minded to do all of this. Not only do I have to be strong-minded, but anybody who, it's like, okay, well, I want to date this person regardless of, you know, if they are disabled. I want to date this person because that doesn't matter to me. And those kind of people, those are really good people. You can't find people like that anymore. Regardless of what a person needs help with, they're going to be there to help you, regardless of what they go through personally and have to do for themselves and for you guys as a couple. It's really at the end of the day, it's rewarding, because, you know, if you find somebody that really cares about you, they're gonna stick through it regardless of what you have to go through. So, alright, enough of me rambling about that. I have a couple of questions that some people ask me. Like I said, I'm gonna have to lean up and over to look at these, so just bear with me. Okay, someone asked me, can I go to the bathroom on my own? Can I shower on my own?
And Macklemore and Ryan Lewis, 2015. Downtown? Yes, indeed.
Alright guys, National Coming Out video, take 2. It's October 11th, 2016. As I said, it's National Coming Out Day. I just wanted to do a video on my coming out experience.
Two categories still up there.
A
French woman,
when I identified as
to heat just below boiling.
a lesbian,
Simmer, correct.
I didn't really,
A tip-top mountain spot.
I didn't come out. People just kind of
Yes.
figured it out between
It can mean
me cutting my hair and dressing in boy clothes and having
No.
girlfriends. It just kind of, people just figured it out. And I live in a conservative home, so it really wasn't talked about much. So I really didn't have a quote coming out story. And it's really kind of the same when I came out as trans. It started off, I told my friends before I told anybody, and then I changed my name on Facebook, so everybody on Facebook has figured it out, or at least partially figured it out. I recently came out to my grandma about a month ago. It's nothing big or elaborate or anything. I was just in my room and she came and sat down and talked to me, and I was just like, I have something to tell you. And I said, I'm trans, and she told me that she knew something was up, but she didn't know exactly quite what it was.
We asked Chuck Todd, what's the most fun
she said, regardless of my decision,
for his answer, go to Jeopardy.com.
she's gonna love me. So basically, regardless of how she felt, the fact that she still loves me is what's most important to me. And, you know, I'm not going to be selfish and say that me becoming my true self is not as important as her loving me, because it is. But I needed to know that regardless of what I do and who I am, she's still gonna love me. And she said that she does. I haven't come out to any other family members besides 2 of my cousins, and they're very supportive, which is great. I'm not sure exactly when I'll come out to the rest of my family, but I'm hoping that they'll be just as supportive as my cousins have been. I just want to tell people who haven't came out yet or is too afraid to come out. There's no time limit on when you have to come out. It's really just when you feel comfortable. It took me almost 11 years, because I knew then that something was different about me, and unfortunately I had to put it on the back burner for almost 11 years, and I'm just now finally getting to the point where I can tell people who I really am meant to be. I just want to say, I know how difficult it is. I don't know everybody's situation entirely, but I know it can be difficult. Just come out when you're ready. Don't let anybody try to force you out of the closet. It doesn't matter if you're young, middle-aged, or older. Come out when you're ready. There's no time limit. It's all about you and how it makes you feel and when you're ready. Because let me tell you guys something. If you're not out yet and you kind of have this uneasy feeling, once you come out, that uneasy feeling will subside. It definitely did for me, and I feel so much better. I want you guys to know that it does get better, and if you guys need anything whatsoever, I'm here. Message me on Facebook. Whatever you guys need to do, I'm always here, and I'll always be here for you. I don't know when my next video will be, but I will keep you guys updated. And happy National Coming Out Day, and I will talk to you guys soon.